Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun and today I want to analyze Perek Yud Aleph, Mishnah Gimel. I'm going to say something today that most people are probably going to be astonished that I said it, but I think it has to be said, and I think there is what to say about this. Mishnah Gimel talks about it being Zorek something. This is really also talked about in Mishnah's Aleph and Beis in this Perek also. The basic halacha is when I throw something Dalet Amos and Sharabim, or I throw from a Shaliach to Sharabim, the halacha is that if I threw above 10 Tfachim, you're Potter. As a Makom Torah. Below 10 Tfachim, they're Chayav. Now think about it logically. 10 Tfachim, right? 10 Tfachim is not so much. Yeah, 3 Tfachim, or 4 Tfachim, I guess, is like 30 centimeters. So the 10 Tfachim is, I don't know, a little more than a meter. Now a meter is 3 feet, a little more than 3 feet. So I'm 5'10", 3 feet, a little above my waist. So when you have something in your hand, where do you throw something from? You throw something in your hand. If you throw something in your hand, you're already above 10 Tfachim. What are you talking about? Midgets over here? What was the guy talking about? You know, they measure the smallest man in the world now. A person from Iran is the smallest person in the world. It's a little over 2 feet. 20-year-old guy. He's 2 feet. He made it to the Guinness Book of World Records. Is that what we're talking about? Because he's 1 in a billion trillion. Smallest man ever. No, we're talking about normal human beings. Normal human beings, even women, are taller than that. When they're going to throw with their arms, going to be above 10 tefachim. And they're going to be chayav by zorek. What are we talking about? So that's why I like to say, when I was younger, in 10th grade, we had our Rebbe, I was in a modern Orthodox school, Rambam Masifta. The Rosh Masifta, Rav Zev Meir Friedman, he was our Rebbe there, and he asked us to write on a sugya, to write, I don't know, I guess thinking back in my Haredi year, knowing where I am now, Shtickle Torah, something, I don't know, a 3-4 page essay on some halachic concept from the Gemara. Now, I didn't know anything in the Gemara. I remember my friends writing about somewhere Mitzvah Srichas Kavana. I'm like, what the heck is Mitzvah Srichas Kavana? I have no idea what that is. So the only thing that was relevant to me was, can you play basketball on Shabbos? I don't know, because when I grew up, it was always a sore topic in my family. That's what we did. Everyone on Shabbos, that's what the kids did. We played ball. My father was more, I guess, machmir, or he cared more for the sanctity of Shabbos. So when they played baseball, they got to use aluminum bats. And I had to use a wiffle bat. I still hit the ball better than most of the people. But it was unfair. It was an unfair advantage. I don't know. I guess basketball is out of play. I don't remember. We used to play baseball a lot. So I always wondered, can you play basketball on Shabbos? Now, this is not a question the Gemara talks about. At least I thought until now. And I did a report. And the only thing I could find was some halacha in Hilchos Muksa about whether a ball is considered muksa or not. I think the consensus is not considered muksa, but it's better not to play it because you might be chofer gumos, you might make lines in the sand. Don't know exactly. I don't remember what I got on it, but obviously it wasn't really relevant to halacha, and it wasn't from any Gemara or anything. But I have what to say, and based on this, right? There's the most popular 2 sports in the world are soccer is number 1. If you didn't know that, not American football, and NBA is number 2. Basketball is number 2. Those are the 2 most popular sports in the world now. The World Cup just finished. If you think about it, right? Football, how often does the ball in soccer get above 10 tefachim? Because you're not using your hand, you're using your foot. Zorek doesn't mean you have to actually throw it. It means you have to move it, right? You're kicking a ball, even if it's on the ground, that's like Zorek, right? So, right, because you go after the hanacha. If you throw it and it stopped outside Dalet Amos, you're chayiv already over there. So I think this mission is machalik between basketball and soccer. On Shabbos, you shouldn't be playing soccer. You should be playing basketball because you're allowed to throw above 10 tefachim. Above 10 tefachim is okay because the basketball usually is going to be above 10 tefachim. Even if you dribble, right, your pachos Dalet Amos, you can dribble. That's the whole point of dribbling. If you're carrying it, you're going to take it Dalet Amos Yerabim. But if you dribble, right, or you pick up your dribble, so you're doing a pachos Dalet Amos. You're moving it less than Dalet Amos, even though the ball goes lamata 10 tefachim, but you're not moving so much. It's not going to be 4 amos. Most people can't get 4 amos in one jump. We're not. No, even the greatest athletes can't do that. So at the end of the day, that's what the Mishnah is saying, that what you should be doing on Shabbos. We have so much time on Shabbos. What you should be doing? And I always felt, no, you should be playing ball on Shabbos. Ryan Terrell, you should be playing ball on Shabbos. However, you can even play outside in a court. You don't have to play indoors. However, you should play basketball and not soccer. Soccer is something which is a boring sport to play. I have to say. It's actually not boring to play. It's very boring to watch. It's very boring to watch. I don't think I could watch. Even probably, they say the World Cup final between Argentina and France was arguably the not only the best World Cup final, but the best uh, soccer match ever in the history of the sport. It was really entertaining from the highlights I saw. Thank God it was only 2 minute highlights. They had a shootout, and Argentina won. Lionel Messi won his first World Cup. Soccer is a good sport. I actually was more. I played on both the varsity basketball team and the varsity soccer team when I was younger. Varsity basketball team, I sat on the bench. I wasn't happy about that for 2 years. I played soccer, and I wasn't as good at soccer. I was much better at basketball and soccer, but soccer somehow I ended up playing. I scored like 8 goals. It was like futsal. It's an indoor soccer, in a gym, but I was pretty good at that. I don't know. I had some crazy goals, but soccer, don't play on Shabbos. Basketball play on Shabbos. I think the reason is because soccer is a more commercial type of sport. Soccer, you need like a fancy field and stuff like that. Basketball, you just get a hoop, So it's more like a commercial type of event to play soccer. If you really want to play soccer correctly, you need a big field with those goals, big goals. So that's more a commercial type of event. Basketball is more recreational. That's why I think basketball is okay on Shabbos. And you should be playing on Shabbos, but not soccer. I hope you enjoyed today's share. I'll see you in the next one.